Dimension reduction can be done using regression as well. So whether it is logistic regression or regular linear regression for interval target, logistic regression for nominal target. So all you have to do is to run a stepwise regression. A stepwise regression will select those variables that have high predictive power, a subset of the variables that you have. Um, so the advantage of regression is that you keep the exact same variables in PCA, in principal component analysis. The original variables are thrown out, new variables are created, and the new variables have no meaning. Okay, you cannot interpret them because the old variables have interpretation. The new variables are just a combination of a bunch of numbers, so you cannot interpret the PCAs. So that's a disadvantage in PCA. Whereas in regression, you keep the variables. So if you have start with 15 variables and you keep some of them and reject the others. So you get to interpret the variables that you keep, unlike PCA. But the problem is it comes with multicollinearity issues. Whereas in PCA, the principal components are all uncorrelated with each other, so there is no multicollinearity at all. Whereas here, there may be some multicollinearity issues. Now we can also use what are called decision trees, and we will be discussing decision trees later. A decision tree is a methodology for prediction and classification like regression. And like regression, you can use decision tree to eliminate variables that are not very good, very effective, and keep the variables that are very effective. So you develop trees with what are called splits, and the resulting tree diagram will tell you which predictors are important, and you use those predictors in other models for further analysis. So in summary, dimension reduction is the process of reducing the number of variables. Because more the variables, more inefficient, more possibility for multicollinearity, and so on. So what are the ways in which we can reduce dimensions? One, we saw that you could look at correlation and eliminate variables based on that. You reduce in categorical variables, you reduce the number of categories within a categorical variable, so less number of dummy variables will be generated, or you can develop principal component analysis and keep a smaller number of principal components than the number of variables you originally started with, without losing predictive power. And you can use regression or decision tree to select a subset of variables from the existing set.